Hello, everybody. This is the Be Savage podcast. I
I'm
am
not
the Brilliant
ready.
Savage, aka Otaku Lucifer, with my beautiful guests, Savage Honey and Savage Fashionista.
I'm not a guest.
Ooh,
Oh,
Did I call you guest or co-host?
you
guest.
said
But she still left. She said she's not a guest either, so she just left.
With my beautiful co-hosts,
Thank you.
Savage Honey and Savage Fashionista. I apologize. Can you come back into the light? Caroline, can you come back to the light?
I'm headless.
It's not fair.
Is your light not working or your phone not working?
My AirPods, like if they was just working fine.
Well,
Yeah.
they're working now if you can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Technical difficulties. Cue the music.
Bring me in. I'm so tired. Oh my God. Let me tell you something. For all the people that decide to have children later on in life, I have a different level of respect for each of you. This is my public service announcement. You guys are real goats because no one should be parenting anyone in their mid hell after 42 years old. You should not be parenting anyone. For those of you that are still parenting children in middle school and elementary school, this is for my solidarity for you brothers and sisters out there because that is some fucking fraggle knuckle bull. Like it is some bullshit to be out here parenting these little ass kids. Woo, I had to let that off my chest. I'm out here grandparenting. And I'm like, that's why you're like 9:30. I'm like, first off, I just got home. It was 7:15. How did it get 9:30 already? I'm off my soapbox.
Let me see.
All of you parents, I'm proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you for your kind words. And our two people that are viewing us right now, one person that's viewing us right now, yeah, they'll
Listen,
take the advice.
got kids, phone a friend. It's not working still, fashionista.
She can hear us.
Like it want to
It's
connect.
not perfect.
Don't connect. And I'm like,
It's connected. We can hear you. Is it okay?
I mean, whatever.
Oh, you can always just use the mic and from the phone by itself, right?
It's not the freaking point.
He doesn't respect like what the things we need. He's inconsiderate.
I'm so sorry for being inconsiderate, sis. I apologize. I'm just,
My eyes are burning.
Yes, my eyes are burning too because of
the
big beautiful bill. That's why my eyes are burning. I saw that and I was just like, oh my God, tears. The tears of Americans.
I'm all for the big beautiful bill.
You are for the why? What the hell?
I'm not. I'm really not for the big beautiful bill, but I'm
you just saying shit.
I am just saying shit. I'm ready for the trickle down effect of this big beautiful bill because I don't think people have put in the thought process to be supportive of all of these things. Like, oh yeah, get rid of the immigrants. Now the farmers are all fucking like, who the fuck is harvesting this shit? Like, yeah, let's fuck up Medicaid and SNAP and all of that. And nobody's thinking about, oh shit, my mother, like Medicaid, Medicare, Social, like all of these things. There's a trickle down effect that they're not putting into the initial perspective of it. So when they're like, I can't believe Trump did this to me. Like, hello, yes, you did. He voted. You voted for him. You thought this was a good idea. Did we lose the guy? Well, I guess maybe he didn't like what I was saying. Bye. The name that you
You
always
know, like how you act out when once the teacher leaves the room.
I don't even understand. How did he disappear?
Yeah.
He's sure he just oh, he's back. Oh, shh. Stop talking.
You growing your hair out or you need a haircut?
Hey, yo.
Hold on. I need you to pause.
That's a seed. I need more color. I need to get your color.
Well, I went to the beach on Friday. I was out at cookouts on Saturday. Sunday, I went to the beach again. And then yesterday, I was in Sesame Place. This was all involuntary because.
Wait. I missed all of that. You know why? Because I decided to look at the camera and then go like this and move my computer, and we got disconnected for 30 seconds to a minute, and you guys just kept talking.
Yeah.
What happens? We were chatting away. And now you went from the left side of my screen to the right side of my screen.
I've been put on papa. I got put on punishment there. Like,
it's Laura.
Oh, and now I'm on the right side of the screen. And
you know what? We're gonna put you in the middle because it has to be about you. We're gonna center you, okay?
Don't center me because I always look crazy.
No, you're in the center now. Deal with it. Okay. Deal with it.
The center of attention.
Yes, there you go. That's what you wanted. There's your seat. And now she's going to ignore us, people. That's what she does. She wanted to be the center of attention, and now she's just like, fuck you. I have her.
Oh, wow. So wait, can you see my whole, like, you guys can see all of this?
Yes. You can see all of it.
How come
all of it?
I can see this much of you guys, but I can see all of me.
Well, no, we see what you see. Well, I don't know.
Because I see my entire shoulders. Like, I'm touching my shoulders and you can see.
No, we don't.
No, we can't see that. We can only see, like, the top of your breastplate. Yeah.
Listen, so the big, beautiful bill. How do you guys feel about it?
How do I feel about it?
Oh, my God.
Yeah,
Fashionista, how you feel? How you feel?
Definitely not for it. My grandfather going through it with him. Like, it's not easy. I'm taking care of him.
Yeah, so it's gonna be bad. My dad too. How do I feel about it? I feel like they're trying to relive the 80s with Reagan. That's what I feel. I feel that the whole trickle down economy nonsense never worked. It's been proven that it doesn't work, and it's a fucking money grab. For real. Like why? Like just common sense, right? Who benefits by taking after school programs and free lunch and healthcare from people who can't afford it in the first place? Who benefits from that? Because now you and you might benefit in the short term.
They want all of us to off ourselves because that's the fastest way.
No, that's not going to happen.
I'm not offing myself.
It's not going to happen. The people who run shit, I think they're so closed off in their own bubbles.
The power.
Right? It's like they live in a certain type of bubble and they don't understand or they've forgotten what it feels like to not have.
Yeah.
So they're in this like perpetual notion, regardless of what generation it's in, of thinking that the people that they go and underserve and abuse aren't going to become eventually smart enough to say, fuck you, revolution. It's going to happen. So it's like,
and
it's not going to benefit you.
Will be fucking televised.
Yeah, and it's not going to benefit them. It might benefit them in the short term with money that, again, you can't spend when you fucking take with you when you die. But if they don't pay for the transgressions, it's going to be their children and their generation. So it's like okay, I give you a prime example, and just go with me on this, right? But I was talking to someone like an attorney that I was dealing with for my company, right? He's Puerto Rican, but he's not Can I? Should I stop talking?
No, you do.
He's trying to get into the frame, but it's not working.
That's her. I was minding my business, definitely trying to get into the frame, but I'm like, it's not a great angle. Go,
Yeah.
go.
No,
The
no,
attorney is Hispanic. No, we're listening.
no. I was just gonna make a comparison to a guy who is Puerto Rican who looks like a whole
Puerto Rican.
conquistador.
Puerto Rican.
He looked like a whole conquistador, right?
Okay.
And like a straight colonizer, and he is just like very happy of his Puerto Rican and African heritage. And I'm looking at him like, you're full blown European,
Uh-huh.
but it kind of shows the sins of the father, right? These people came there and destroyed it, and now your ancestors are looked down upon, no matter how light they are. Do you feel what I'm saying? Or your descendants, rather, right? It's crazy to me. I've seen people who are straight white who their family moved there after World War II, and they're white as snow, and they get treated like shit just because they speak Spanish. Do you see how batshit that is? So even if these people who are doing all the dirt now, right, don't see the consequences of it, like Trump will never see it, you know? His kids, grandkids, great grandkids are definitely going to see it. Karma's a bitch because if it don't hit you, it's definitely going to hit somebody in your family.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Sins of right.
sins of the father.
You know that was a meme I see. It was like he's passing everything but away.
But away, I saw that one. I'm gonna. It's one of the ones I said that I was gonna play with the black dude. He's like, this man is passing everything but away.
Like, it doesn't even make sense, the amount of, like, and the crazy thing is, like, I feel like
6 months, 6-7 months, like, bro,
it's
like
been this has been the longest year in such a long time, and it's been such a
It's not over.
like 2020, like we still have 3 more years.
Yeah,
It's not over.
What?
literally. It definitely feels like 2020, like, oh my God, it's not over yet.
It's not over.
Because when you think about 2020, think how short the pandemic, like how we were locked down or whatever, like the comparison of how actually long the world was closed to compare the whole 12 months. It wasn't that fucking long, but it felt like the longest.
Forever, bro.
Like,
yeah.
oh my God, we were wearing masks, we were on lines, but that wasn't a long period of time. Like, it wasn't 6 months out of the year. Like, it was a time frame.
No, it was. That shit was like a year and a half. What are you talking about?
No, not with the no. Obviously, yes, but not with it.
Well, no, it was like March, April, May, June, July, August. It was like
no, because
it was from 2020 to 2021.
No, but once the summertime came, everybody.
It was a little more.
Well, no. Summertime came and people was like, I don't give a fuck.
And everybody said, "Fuck a damn pandemic. We outside.
We outside, yeah."
And then,
sure. I was like that. I was just like, what do you mean I can't go to the fucking park with my kids?
Exactly. So everybody, that's what I'm saying. So think of it as March.
And I saw a bunch of other people like that.
So it was only literally 2 months. And then the summertime hit and everybody was outside. Like, the weather's nice. We go outside. Now,
but still, we were still technically under quarantine
for
like
but
a year, a little over.
So that's what I'm saying. That's how this time frame feels right now. Like, this man became president January 20th. And it literally feels like we've already been doing this for years.
Like 4 years.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh my God, turn my light back on.
This man is passing everything but away.
Public service announcement: we do not condone death, murder, suicide. But
if you just so happen to run into Sandman's sister and you're like, we wouldn't be mad either of natural causes. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, natural.
of no, what was it? What they're dying from? Bronchitis? No, pneumonia.
Pneumonia
They're
with the baby
dying from
oil.
pneumonia.
The
Yeah.
pneumonia with the baby oil. That's the puffy. That's the
Yo,
puffy way.
The Buffy way.
That's the Diddy way. The Diddy way.
how do you guys feel about that?
Killing them with baby
He got
oil.
like
Are you
what?
guys
Oh,
proud? Are you guys happy that Diddy got some of the charges taken away or no?
No, listen. He
no.
needed to get the whole 20, bro. Because if he get the whole 20, he not coming out until he own
But I
more.
knew that was gonna happen. I knew that shit was gonna happen.
First of all, because there was too many other women. It's like, oh yeah, I was for it. And now you change your mind.
And then there's a lot of guys like that. There's this one guy who was like, no, it was her, it was all her. So I'm like, of course, you know. I didn't want to get into it.
You know what was funny? I lost it.
Yeah, I'm pretty
No,
sure he's getting paid. Like they all get paid.
I mean, at this point, I feel like I don't think that no one should go ahead because I don't.
What was the other trial with the rapper when they were making everybody look stupid with, like, I think it was with Gunna and what's that the not Travis Scott, what's the other guy's name from down south with the locks? You know what I'm talking about, the rapper? He had that trial. He had the RICO case.
I know.
Young Thug. Young Thug. It was the Young Thug case, right? And they had a RICO charge too. And the way they got out of it is that, like, the judge or the attorneys were asking questions, and they'd be like, I don't know, like did you see him do such and such? I saw him come into the house. I ain't seen nothing after that. But didn't you tell us? I don't remember what you told me. It was like they always had like an answer, and it was just like enough where the judge was just like, okay, like, do you really have anything against these people? And they got the shit got thrown out, which is like rare with RICO cases.
And then what's his name? ASAP Rocky, his shit got dismissed too.
Yeah, his shit got dismissed. It's like all these rappers are winning this year, bro.
Did you see how he flew over that shit to Rihanna?
Yeah.
He was like, woo! Over the moon. Woo!
Oh.
That shit was hilarious. Yo, what have you guys seen the Latinos for Trump? The ones that are regretting it?
Which one?
There's like these new ones where like Trumpsters and MAGA, they're regretting their votes and they're just complaining and shit. I'm like you got Latinos for Trump getting arrested, like the head, both of the heads, the guy and the girl, they both got arrested. The woman who was in the band singing "I will vote for Donald Trump."
Now she like this. Help me.
I will vote.
But I voted
for Donald Trump. Right? Wait. But this is the thing. Either her or her husband got like deported. They got caught up by ICE. I was like, what? Yo, crazy.
That's the sad part.
Crazy, bro. And then these people in Texas with this. You notice all the disasters are happening in red states.
Yep.
Ain't none of them happening in the blue states.
You know what I said? And now there's no fucking FEMA. So how they fixing all this shit? Call FEMA. Call
ain't nobody to call. Call Ghostbusters, bitch, because ain't nobody gonna show up.
ICE. Call ICE and tell them come fix some shit because they the ones that got the extra money out of the budget.
They do.
Have them come down and
hiring all these people.
Get all the dead bills and dead
I love
agencies.
the fact that they went to go get some Haitians and the Haitians fucked them up in Brooklyn.
Yo, that shit was hilarious. That shit was hilarious.
Somebody should have told them Haiti took their fucking country back. So if you think they took a whole country back and you thought you was gonna come into their neighborhood and get them, baby, you didn't do your research.
You don't know Haitian.
You did not do your research. Listen, my mother moved me to Irvington, New Jersey, and that was little freaking Haiti. And baby, didn't nobody play with, not even the police. Like, oh, they got that. My bad. Let me get out your way.
Yep.
So
that shit was hilarious. They were like, "Sockbox,
don't fuck with the Haitians.
Do not."
That's how you leaving all the European immigrants alone. Leave them Haitians alone because they not fucking playing with you.
They not.
They said, "Fuck around and find out."
And they found out, bro. That shit was hilarious because it's like, it's funny too because the other state, the one state they won't do that shit, like with the marches, with the LA marches and shit, and stuff like that. You notice they were marching in Texas too. They ain't no police show up for them. Ain't no National Guard show up for them. It was just people in Texas marching armed to the teeth with their weapons on them because Texas is an open carry state.
Open carry state.
Ain't nobody fuck with the protests against Trump going on in Texas. It's crazy. They know who to fuck with. They know who to fuck with and who not to fuck with, except for when it come to Haitians, because clearly they got their ass beat.
They thought.
First off, if I was in the meeting, if I was the ICE, I would have said, "Hey guys, hey, why don't we do a little bit of let's ask Alexa if this is a good idea."
Yeah, that's hilarious, bro.
Alexa, is this a good idea? Because I don't think it's a good idea, but I love it. Now, see, the revolution is telling us.
It is. It is because I keep telling people it is too many people in this country for them to try to pull this shit. It's way too many.
Well, we have to put our heads out of the sand. So a lot of us, me included, I'm like 3.5 years to go. Like I'm just at a countdown. And it's sad that I feel this way, but I feel like I didn't vote for him. I did the right thing and voted for the right person, or at least the lesser of the two fucking evils. I actually, let me not even say that about Kamala. I voted for the better person to be hired for the job.
Did you hear about what they said about how she won? Like 2 independent places plus a guy who works for the UN. They all went and looked at the results, and they found out that it was too much of a discrepancy to be legit. So now there's a lawsuit. There's a lawsuit going on. A judge said, the lawsuit can continue because there's enough evidence for it to continue. This is the crazy shit. One of the guys who did it, the one who works for the UN, he showed the last 2 elections, right? The one with Biden and the one with Hillary, right? And he showed all the states where Biden lost and Hillary lost to Trump, right? And it was like one of those charts where like it's the bar chart that goes up, right? So it was like with the bar chart, it's Trump here and then Hillary and Biden down here, right? With Kamala, it was Trump here and say this is the line. Everything for Kamala was down here. It was all negative. Yeah. He was just like, there's no way that he won by 100% in all these counties.
Right.
He won by 100%.
Did because they rigged all of it. Didn't he already tell you?
How you winning by 100%? She's not even getting 1 vote.
Nope, because they said we don't want this Black Indian woman to win. That's it. They didn't want her like around. And that's crazy because like even this Indian woman at my job, most of them did not vote for her.
They stupid. Because you know what? Mexico got a female president and she is killing it. Yeah. She is working her ass off for the Mexican people.
Yeah, but we're the only ones. Fucking Europe has had a fucking queen forever.
No, not Europe. That was UK or maybe just England. But
they're still Europeans.
Yes, you're right. But there's other European countries with kings and queens. So it's kind of disrespectful.
Whatever.
Just say Queen Elizabeth.
Right. Queen
Elizabeth. That evil woman.
Huh? Didn't she die?
She's dead. She's been dead for like 3-4 years.
Who's the
queen? Just like a year.
Yeah.
Now. 3. Listen. 2.
I don't know.
Years.
I'm terrible with time frames all the time.
When did Queen Elizabeth die?
Yesterday.
Yeah, September 8th, 2022.
According to en.wikipedia.org, Elizabeth
Look at that. 3 years.
You so smart.
Leave me alone. All right, let's go to the first videotape. We've been talking for a half an hour already, almost.
Perfect.
And technically longer than that because, we got disconnected because I was stupid.
Mhm.
You don't have to agree with me. You don't. You, what am I going to do with these women?
Need a small blender.
Huh?
The one you do the cup.
Can you hear it?
No.
No.
Of
Some people
material.
do. I don't. I think the
Oh my God,
system
this
is
is my
corrupt.
favorite
Every
video.
time I'm walking on the street, somebody's like, hey, vote for so-and-so. I'm like, it's all corrupt. Anarchy is the only way we're going to change anything. Violence. Kill a politician. That's the only way you
Yes,
can change.
every day.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
obviously you're joking.
No.
Are you serious?
Yeah, voting is not going to make a difference. It has
Ah.
never. Not in 100 years.
So what would you like to see?
I'd like to see some politicians start getting murdered and reform the government.
Oh my
And do one that's
God.
not corrupted. I'd like to get business out of government, and they're not going to do it. So the only way to do this is start killing people.
Isn't that exactly what you
Look around the
don't
world.
want?
How has anything changed around the world? How has any regime change happen around the world? Violence. That's the only way. You think people in Arab countries are that much different than us?
Yeah.
Violence. That's the only way you depose a system that doesn't represent the people anymore.
I mean, I think the wonderful thing about the United States is that we can vote, and you do change
Your
administration.
vote doesn't go anywhere. Your vote doesn't do anything.
Yes, it does.
You can now be arrested and never tried if they say you're a terrorist. Never tried in your life. Just arrested and held forever. Who voted for that?
So shoot them all.
No, not shoot them all. Start shooting them until they get business out of politics and they start representing who we are instead of their money interests. Yeah, violence. That's the only way changes, man.
Okay.
Look at history.
And it's crazy
Tell me
because
when a regime has changed with voting. I mean, I know.
I mean,
I'm putting
I'm
you on the spot.
not
I'm putting you on the
trying-
spot. That's not fair because you haven't studied this stuff.
Well, no, I'm not trying to, murder politicians. I'm not trying to do what I don't like that others do that I would like to change, so I will shoot somebody because I'm pissed off that they're shooting somebody else.
Yeah.
It's not the way that I think, but that's fine. We think differently.
I think even if you don't want to shoot somebody, don't vote. Voting is you complicitly saying, I support this system. And I don't support it anymore. I don't. We're killing people in Yemen. We're murdering families in Yemen that aren't associated with any sort of terrorist thing. It was just an oopsie when we kill a wedding party. And Obama, the fucking hope change guy, just refused to comment on it. That's cool. Do what you want. It's not going to change. Your voting is not going to change that. I know one way that it'll change. I can look at history and tell you this is the way things change. Look at whenever a black guy gets shot. It's like, oh, it's bad. If this is a riot, no one comments on it. Those things go under the radar. When there's a riot in Baltimore, it's like, hold on, we've got to rethink the system here in Baltimore because people went crazy. That's just in history, here and elsewhere. That's the only way.
And what about politics?
I don't give a shit.
You don't find it a great
I really don't
treasure
care about politics.
trove of
Some people
material?
do. I don't. I think the system is corrupt. Every time I'm walking on the street, somebody's like, hey, vote for so-and-so. I'm like, it's all corrupt. Anarchy is the only way we're going to change anything. Violence. Kill a
I
politician.
I sent that video to everybody I know,
Yeah.
my entire family group, on
You
both sides of
agree?
the family. I agree, absolutely, 110%.
Bolsheviks, baby. It worked. It worked with
The
that.
revolution will be televised. I feel like the minute, because no one sees a problem until the problem directly affects them.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, if these jokers are being taken off or badly wounded and injured, all of a sudden, what's happening? We should do something about this. Start taking guns into their kids' schools, and all of a sudden there'll be law changes for the gun policy. Start killing their asses. All of a sudden, wait a minute, let's get pharmaceuticals out of the voting process. Let's get AI out of because don't get me started. Don't get me started. Knock them off one at a time. Sit outside
Historically, he's right.
fucking top.
No, historically, he's right. Historically, it has been.
Yeah.
Listen, let's not even go back too far, right? Let's go back to the LA riots, right? In the 90s, right? With what's his name? What's that poor man that got 54 million for every hit? Not Lima. This is in LA. Rodney King.
King.
Right?
Oh yeah, Louima was in New York.
Yeah, Rodney King. When they beat up on him, right?
They beat
It
him
was
bad.
like we knew shit better go one way. Like we knew it. The shit better go one way. Just off of the music that we were listening to, that was like when hip hop was like created and doing what it was created for, which was uniting and mentally organizing and having people in the mindset where shit is bad, but if shit don't go the way it's supposed to go, we're gonna react in kind. We're gonna do what the fuck we need to do.
Right.
And when they got that not guilty verdict for the LAPD, who went and beat that man up for no goddamn reason, it was fucking warfare. Next thing you know, wait, get the victim to talk on the behalf of the police to calm people down, because we'll give him 50 something $million, but nah, we don't need this violence. Wait a second, calm down. Wait a second. If the police had been calm in the first place, they wouldn't have been that reaction, right? There wouldn't have been a fucking problem. It would have been like, yo, your ticket is whatever it is, be on your way, sir, whatever. But you decide to yank the man out his car, whip him, beat him like he was a slave, and do it and then videotape it, right? You thought the shit was cool.
All before it was social media. Isn't that shit crazy?
Yeah. And fucking the black community reacted in fucking time, right? They lit that shit and was ready to burn that shit the fuck down. And why? Because we knew that we were united as a people. Listen, I keep telling people, black people got this telepathic thing, like one black person, 5'10". Next thing you know, without even saying words, we all know what the fucking assignment is.
But sidebar, that's how I feel right now. Like, black people this is the most quiet. I'm not even gonna say black people of color have ever been. Like, everybody's like,
because we know the fucking assignment.
Like, yo, we
know the assignment.
People of color, we are able to thrive in nothing. Like, we could take shit and make it into roses, literally. And that's what they don't get. Like, it doesn't matter how much you want to oppress or hold us down or pull us back into the barrel. As a people, we're like, oh, that's all you got? Watch this. Like, oh, I got a house out of this pile of shit you just gave me.
But and on top of, why? Because they give us shit, we sell it as manure, as fertilizer.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But my whole thing is, back then, that was the reaction that we knew we were supposed to have to get a certain result, right?
Right.
Which was, okay, fall the fuck back. This is wrong. Don't test us, right? And then somewhere between then and now, because I personally think greedy white men got involved with hip hop, they changed the message from being united and supporting each other and being uplifting to sex, guns, and violence, right? Sex, guns, rock and roll.
They want to distract us.
Yeah. So if we're constantly distracted from being a unit, right? Even if we're in separate communities, right? We know that if that message goes out, we'll unify. Like it's a mental thing. So I think that's what we lack as a people, and I think this is what most non-whites are learning now. They're starting to like mentally say, okay, something is wrong. Something's been off for a while. Like, we need to get something done. And people are like starting to like unite. And then you got the fucking crackpots who just still like on some like, I love Daddy Trump. I want CDs.
I'm never gonna understand it. Like,
Don't need to.
I literally just found out that I've had a couple more family members that voted for him. And I'm like, just explain to me. Like, I just want to know, what do you hear? Like, when he speaks, like, I feel like there's nothing that makes sense. There's no intellectual dialogue. There's no verbal jousting. He is literally a fucking 6-year-old.
Yeah, he just talks.
This is bad. This is great. This is the big, beautiful. Like, there's nothing. He doesn't have an adjective. He doesn't like. No
It's
one
like
says
want, want,
that.
want, want,
Like,
want.
yes, like, sir,
We
you
can't
are
wait.
the epitome of Charlie fucking Brown. Not Charlie Brown, the fucking teacher. Wah, 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 wah. And people like, yes. And I'm like, what are you fucking here? And that's all I want. Public service announcement. All of you that voted, just tell us. Tell the general public what it is you hear. Like, is there something from your ear to your brain that's translating it to sound like it makes fucking sense? I'm being so serious. That's my public service announcement. I hear.
And I don't get it. They're like, that was a great speech. Like, why it sound like bumble rap? The fuck? Like,
What? Like, I don't even know what they hear. I don't know what they're comprehending. Like, I don't understand what like almost like the Bible has all these versions. Like, but he's just one version of idiot, and there's nothing being said like
the newest iteration.
of idiot.
Yeah.
You are listening to the soft sounds of an idiot, and then he comes out. Wah, 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 like, and this is the president of our country. And at least he knows how to sign his name because he's been signing all these fucking. But yes, I want the revolution to be televised. I want them to just not fuck up my shit. Fuck up other shit, not my shit.
Yeah. Listen, they have.
I want them to see the guy that shot the damn guy from the pharmaceuticals. All of that. All of it. Get right in there.
All of it.
Luigi, yeah. Listen, it's funny because I saw something on Fox News where the new anchorman, he was talking about they went into some group's Discord that's trying to do like a this like 3-day protest, right, where everyone takes off of work and they don't, they call out sick, and it's called like the sick day protest or whatever. And he was talking about how these people were crazy because they're trying to like not listen to the president. And I'm like, it is their right legally to protest any way they want to protest, right? And even if it's violent, right? But they've convinced us not to have violent protests because they know violent protests always lead to change. Because nobody want to die over the bullshit. They want to be able to tell you, yo, I can take all your money and do it in your face, right? And laugh while I'm doing it, but you're not supposed to do nothing about it. And then if you do something about it, well, I'll call my friend that I'm paying money to put you in jail for the rest of your life. And if a large group of people say, that's not exactly how I want to live and how I feel that I should be represented, and they go against that shit, if it's enough people, motherfuckers will be like, wait a second, we don't want no smoke. We don't want to die over this. We just wanted to take advantage of you and have you let us do it. You know what I mean? It's like that fake friend or the frenemy. You know about them, right, Fashionista?
Yep.
The frenemies, right?
I don't have frenemies. I have great friends.
Nah. But yeah, I mean, getting back to the original thing of the video is, yeah, like revolution always happens from violence.
We need to take it from Haiti, Civil War, like, and not the Civil War, because Civil War shit, but
there's more than enough people to do it. If someone was to organize everybody, there's more than enough people to do it.
I don't even want it to be organized. Like, I want it to be
chaotic.
Yes, like I feel like it has to happen
organically.
Yes, I feel like it has to happen, and like just like this. What was that march that just happened in all of the states? And
the No Kings March.
Yeah. That.
Yep.
I mean, even though that was organized and it was thought through, but it was the fact that it sprouted up, like, and it was followed through.
Now, imagine if all of those people showed up to every senator or representative's house that voted for Trump or supports Trump. Trump would be out of office overnight. But people aren't thinking like that. They're like, let's just march in the street and let's keep it peaceful. Show up to a motherfucker's house and be on some like, what the fuck now? Watch
Like,
them change.
yay.
Watch them change. You know what I mean? And that's one of the best ways for you to get what you. It's a union thing that this union guy I know used to do. You know, he'd show up at their house. He'd be like, "Yo, what's up? What's good?" And he'd have a bunch of protesters outside the motherfucker's house.
That's crazy.
Nobody wants that type of smoke.
Oh. Yeah, no, but it has the revolution needs to be televised. The Haitians need to lead it though, because they know what to do.
Because everybody's scared of the Haitians, for real.
Yeah. Like, send them first, because then we gotta fight. They got it.
Word.
I'm just gonna come with my machete to protect myself.
All right, let's get to the next video. Oh, I don't want to do this one.
Okay.
Yeah, this is about Epstein.
Getting cold.
I was in Elmora today, and their houses are beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, they do.
So this is about masculine and feminine energy. Let me know what you think.
And feminine energy is not real. It's 2,000-year-old stereotypes repackaged as energy or spirituality. In 2021, meta-analysis of over 30 studies concluded that the brain is a mosaic of traits and habits, not male or female archetypes. City University London did a study on children's toy preferences. 1.5% of the children chose a toy based on their biology. 98.5% of the children picked toys based on their social conditioning. That's not enough though, right? What about things like feminine intuition? That has to be real, right? A Stanford study concluded that emotional intelligence is equal in genders that are socialized equally. Meaning, if your brain was developed in emotionally intelligent environments, then you're going to be emotionally intelligent, regardless of gender. What about the whole men are hunters and women are gatherers thing? That's definitely real. Well, based on real anthropology and not Hollywood movies, we found 11,000-year-old graves that show that 50% of the hunters were women. Okay, but men are more logical than women, right? Like, that's real, bro. No, neurogeneticist Kevin Mitchell says that there are no brain regions that map gender-specific traits. These energy traits are Greco-Roman labels, not actual science. So everyone arguing on the internet about what women aren't doing anymore and how men are no longer masculine, they're all wrong, because it was made up in the first place. And this is dangerous because we really have people holding up and chasing these stereotypes as if they're religion. But in reality, that's why so many people are confused and lost. Your biology doesn't work in horoscopes and propagated stereotypes. The point is, there's no real conclusive scientific evidence that if you're a woman, you have to like pink, or dress a certain way, or be submissive, or cook and clean. Just like there is no evidence that suggests as a man, you need to be a provider, you need to carry heavy things, and be all logic and suppress any emotions, because that's just what masculine men do. It's all made up, it's all bullshit, and we don't need to keep fighting about something that isn't even real. God bless.
Yeah.
Do you believe that? Do you agree with that?
I can rock with it. I don't believe it, but I can rock with it. Because I feel like it is true. Women, we're better at all of the things. So I can see why we would be better hunters and better. We're better. We're just a better breed.
Okay. Number next one.
Damn!
I'm sorry, that one was boring. I don't even know why I played it. I was like, why did I even do this? That's. Let me see if this is the one I want to play. Oh, did you see the Candace Owen debate?
No.
Oh, y'all didn't see this. Y'all gotta see this.
She had a debate.
Yo, she had a debate, bro.
With who?
I forgot her name. Something. Oh, Princella.
Yeah, don't say.
She's a stud. This is the one with the stud. I don't think she's a real stud, but I don't know.
I'm Princella, the Queen Maker.
Love that.
So
I see
you
one
say
clip.
we live in a matriarchy.
Right.
Can you give me the definition of patriarchy?
Yes. Well, the patriarchy is the idea that the system, our system in America, is being run by men, and that women are having to exist under a system that immediately disadvantages them because men are behind it. And I disagree with that pointedly. I think actually we're living in a society where people are being very much influenced socially and politically by women.
Okay, so the denotative definition of patriarchy is father rule, and where positions of government are held majorly by men, where women are largely excluded. So 125 House of Representatives are female, and that's only about 25%.
Right.
And only about 28% make up Senate, and 3.3% of Congress up until this date have ever been women. So by denotative definition, we literally live in a patriarchy.
Yes. So I disagree with that. So I think what this gets to, which is actually an important part of the conversation, is that people always think that where there is disparity, there's somehow inequality. And I actually reject that entirely. I think it's just a difference in what we're interested in. I think we're biologically wired, we're interested in different careers. And just because if we looked in the fashion industry and said, oh, well, it's being dominated by women, it wouldn't mean that, okay, well, that means that the fashion industry is a matriarchy and men have no sense. It just means have no ability to communicate how they feel in the fashion industry. I literally think that those numbers show that we're just biologically different. So I actually think politically, women have shown that they have a lot more power than men have. And I'm talking about just in terms of political movements. The most recent I can think of is the Me Too movement, right? If a bunch of women get together and complain about a man and refer to the patriarchy and scream, generally speaking, let me know if you agree, the media will celebrate that. If a bunch of men got together and were shrieking and speaking about women, generally speaking, the media would call them all white supremacists and say that we had a misogyny problem and that things were really wrong in society. Women are allowed to be more vocal in general about problems than men are.
Well, let me speak to that. When we're talking about government and media, these are two different things. So under the denotative definition of a patriarchy, by the percentages that are occupied in the government, which is majority male, defines us as a patriarchy. Now, what it comes to for capitalism, for marketing purposes and control, for capital and revenue, that is a totally different conversation. But who's making the laws? I don't think that women are the ones voting to have their reproductive rights taken away, where you have rape, incest, and all of these things excluded to force women to be able to have. I don't think women in government would largely vote against their own interests because it's majority male, patriarchy.
Okay, I think love that point. Are women allowed to vote?
Oh, of course they are.
Who's voting that patriarchy and then out of curiosity?
No, I totally agree. And you want to know why? Because there are so many women who think like you. You submit to the idea of men ruling everything.
Shots
and
fired.
Your ideology is spread across a lot of women who also falsely believe to vote against their own interests just to complain about it in the end. You know, earlier you said that, women would be much more happier working at home, but don't you agree that it's human nature to want things that you don't have? So during the 1950s, which is something that you constantly bring up, it wasn't until 1994 that it was illegal to beat your wife. And so what we're dealing with is people wanting something, and then when they get it, they're not happy with it, and then they have to revoke that idea for something else. And so what you're saying is that women vote for these things because they have the same mentality as you.
Okay. So you're acknowledging that women have the freedom to vote.
Yes.
And you're saying that women are still existing mentally, even with the freedom to vote.
Correct.
They are voting men in because we are still victims of...
No, I don't believe in victimhood. I believe in lack of education and lack of knowledge, because one of the things that you also say...
Do you think that it could just be that more men are running for positions of office?
No, not necessarily. Because remember, the United States, the average reading comprehension of people in the United States is 6th grade. So we're not dealing with educated people. Lack of education is the cause for what we see in the world. And And if we educate the women better, because a nation can rise no higher than its woman. And if she reading and comprehending at a 6th grade level and popping out a lot of kids, because the brokest people in the world pop out the most kids. So if we have those people voting, of course they're going to vote against their interests because they're voting for some utopian society that will never exist.
Okay, so that's why you think Kamala lost.
This ain't even about Kamala.
Because you're talking about women. No, but we had an opportunity.
Yeah, go ahead.
We had a male running and we had a female running. And we actually showed that Trump increased the amount of women who voted for him, right? So I'm asking you, do you believe that the reason that happened was because women became less educated during that time?
They've always been less educated. Did you know that UNESCO says that that 2/3 of the 7.7 million illiterate adults is women? Illiterate. And we have 6th grade educated people voting. And guess who? Guess the dominant population is white women. And so guess what? Now you have to add a race element into that, which you already know exists. Because we, as black folks, we ain't the dominant people voting people in. Okay, so now when we have to go into white supremacy and feminism, now you have to look at the mind of the people who actually have economic success and what they're voting for, because classism actually matters as well. So I'm sorry, but a lot of people vote based on their feelings and not based on policy.
Pause, guys.
Yes.
Sorry, you've been voted out by the majority. Please return to your seat.
Thank you for the respectful conversation.
She didn't want to talk to her.
She didn't want to talk to her? You think she was scared?
She didn't want to talk to her because she probably already thought that she was less than her anyway. So when she opened up her mouth, she...
Where are you? Why are you hiding?
I'm here.
fucking
I'm
sad.
trying to get my camera to work. It won't work. It does this sometimes.
You know what? Maybe if you got here on time and did an assessment and not harassed us, your freaking camera would work.
Are you trying to say this is karma?
Yes. Yes,
Is that what you're trying to say? Because
that's what I'm saying.
I don't always get it. I don't always get it.
You
I don't always get it.
Yeah.
Shut up, fashionista. No one's talking to you.
harassed us. Like, are you ready?
I'm
Oh my
not
God, are
saying
you ready?
anything.
Are you ready? Are you ready now? Oh my God, are you ready? Like, oh my God, I'm ready.
You know what? With that, I will go and ask you guys to say goodnight to the people because I can't say it. So please say, look into the camera. Because my camera, I got my bootleg. I'm sorry, baby. I had you for a couple years. It's been a long run, but it's about to end.
Yeah, your camera ain't cameraing no more.
She is on her last legs. My M50, my Canon M50. I love you, baby.
Yeah, your camera not cameraing.
It is not. So, ladies, if you would do me the honor of saying goodnight to everybody out there, probably blowing a kiss, for the lonely guys like Corey. Sorry, shots fired! Shots fired!
How is Corey? I should say
shots fired on Eastern Parkway. I'm sorry.
Bang, 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 bang. He probably voted for Donald Trump too.
He did.
Yeah, he definitely did.
I know.
He did. He said it.
He did. I know.
He did. Say
He
was like, yeah.
She had sex with him.
And then he was like, fuck you. Excuse you? You said what with him?
She had sex with him.
You had sex with him?
Oh, I did not have sex with him. I said I should have. Maybe it would have helped change his mind.
Then he would have been following you around like a little puppy dog.
You're right. And sometimes in life you need that. I don't know. But he probably would not have voted for Donald Trump.
Probably. Definitely.
Like, you see the power in all of this blackness, baby. Oh, sorry.
Right now, I'm drawing my face for the stage, right? I'm pulling the face on, putting it on, taking it off, right? And I'm taking a breath, and I'm woosahing.
Why?
Because you're a bit too much.
Why am I too much?
Always too much. Where can I take you? Okay, whatever. No one's gonna see this anyway.
No, why would nobody see this? Why do you edit me out?
I do not edit you out. I'm saying no one's gonna see me.
Oh, so you don't want to be seen with me?
I was gold digging right now.
Is that what you're saying? Like you're so much better than us because you're a man? Is that what you're saying, sir?
Hey, good night, ladies.
Dang,
Buenas noches.
peace.
Love you.
Thank you guys so
Bye-bye.
much. Toodles. It was